To the September 10th meeting of the Board of Selectmen. Everybody rise for pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, welcome again. We have no public hearings this evening. Any announcements from the board?
Just on behalf of the board, our condolences to the family of Lena Sanborn, who passed away. She was one of the two that we dedicated the town report to this year.
One of our, what do they call them? Centenarians.
Yeah.
Over 100 years old. So I'm sure she'll be missed. Anything else? Any additions or deletions to tonight's agenda? We have no appointments. Public comment. There's no public. Correspondence, we get the treasurer's reports in this meeting's correspondence, and also the motor vehicle and excise tax reports from the most recent month. So if anybody's interested in those, well, they're welcome to call in and get a copy, or you can get them off of the website. Reports and staff initiatives, Selectmen's reports. Let's start to my left tonight. Gordon?
I'm all set, Mr. Chairman, thank you.
Selectman Doyle.
No, nothing tonight.
Are you running for mayor in Saco? I saw
No.
Doyle for mayor. Dwayne?
I haven't read anything.
Tim?
Nothing for me, thanks.
And I'm all set, other than we do have, after a long break with EcoMaine this summer, the first executive board meeting is next Thursday, and we'll be talking about the 5-year capital plan. Gary, what?
Quite a bunch of comments out around on the ATV ordinance. Are we going to have a public hearing on that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
For and against, but
Well, I would suspect that.
yeah. So,
all right, we're going to grab the Recreational Director Todd Smith. He's going to give us an update on the recent Blues Festival before Gary talks tonight. So
Okay,
the floor is yours.
thank you very much. First, Dave Lowe, committee member, would like to show a video, and then I'll have a few words if I could.
For the 7-hour video.
No, we cut it down to
The whole
4.
concert?
Hope you already ate dinner.
Second one here. There it goes. All
There
right.
you go.
So we just got a few slides from the Blues Festival this year to kind of show the general, little bit of what was going on, the general mood. It was a very well-received event by concert goers and musicians alike. So the musicians would love to come back, and the concert goers would love to come back. So it's really been a cool thing. This is yours truly playing with Tom Haynes and Bunk to start off the show. And this fella here way on the right, Andy Schoenfeld, has a classic Hammond organ with a Leslie rotating speaker, which is from way back.
I don't see many
So,
of those anymore.
That's always a highlight. Long story there.
That's a big deal. I guess.
I'll just, that is a big deal, yeah. That actually is a big deal in blues world.
It's
I'll
heavy. I help lift it.
Yeah, it's heavy. That's the biggest deal about it. Takes like 6 guys to move it. Or kids now, which is nice. This is Mike Hayward's Blue Lions. Mike has played, he was Bo Diddley's guitar player. Mike here has played with many really famous players around the country, and Bo Diddley was one of his big claims to fame. So we're it's kind of cool that he makes Maine his home, and we're able to have him out here. He's a real popular local musician. This here was, on the left is Magic Dick from Jay Giles' band, the harmonica player, and Shun Ing on the right-hand side, who's a virtuoso guitarist, really amazing guitar player. I believe he's from China originally. And he's got this custom-made guitar. They take old scrap from something. I can't remember what he said it was, but it's scrap. It's a one-of-a-kind, custom-made guitar, really beautifully done. This is a kind of a stage shot looking out, so you can see the crowd out there all having a good old time. This was Paul Nelson's band. Paul Nelson was Johnny Winter's guitarist and manager, friend, etc., producer. Grammy Award winner. So that's Paul on the left. This is a whole new band he has this year, and I think they sound better than ever. And just to show who Paul is, he's played with Buddy Guy, Warren Haynes of Allman Brothers, and Government Mule. Here he's with Susan Tedeschi and Derek Trucks from the Tedeschi Trucks Band. Also, Derek was another Allman Brothers. I believe it was his uncle played drums, and he started playing with guitar with them kind of later on, but he was part of the Allman Brothers as well. Jeff Beck, my guitar hero, one of them. A couple of popular social media guitarists here. That's Nathan Michaud and myself from the first festival. And here's just a view of the crowd, part of it. It's kind of hard to capture everybody in one shot. But you can tell the vibe was very positive here. I think everybody was...
So wasn't the band.
So, a lot of happy people. That's the beer garden area, which was well attended this year too. And these tents were a nice plus this year. That's Joey, the new drummer, on the left for Paul Nelson, and one of the concert goers. One of our volunteers, Janine, she was really cool and helpful. SRC TV, Patrick was there with a couple of guys, and actually Jim helped him out too this year. They recorded the whole thing, so we'll have video soon. These guys were very, it was nice having these guys around. It really, they were very low key, enjoyed the music themselves, and were really interacted well with the crowd, so it was very cool.
Travis Jones and Bob Carr.
Okay. Who is it?
Travis Jones was on the left and Bob Carr was on the right.
Travis Jones and Bob Carr, two good officers. And this is Shun. Afterward, the musicians all stayed around and signed autographs as long as anybody wanted an autograph or a picture, so they were very accommodating. And we had a ton of people trying to get in there, so it's kind of big stuff for Waterboro. I don't know how the guy in the gray suit got in there, but...
That's the guy that sneaks in all the time.
He doesn't fit
Yeah,
with the hair.
darker clothes. Come on.
Should we do it again?
Absolutely.
The big question. Paul Nelson, Johnny Winter, thumbs up.
Good job, Dave. Round of applause for you. I'd like to take a few minutes to thank some of the more generous sponsors and some hardworking people who made the second annual York County Blues Fest a huge success. I'd first like to thank our two major sponsors, Bedford Savings Bank and Heritage Tax Company. Without their support, this festival would not have happened. I'd like to thank the 21 other sponsors that stepped up with financial support, lodging for the bands, tents, or different products that were used or sold at the festival. A big welcome to Flippin' Good, D&J Home and Hearth, Sabi Tent Rental, Landlocked Lobster, Foglio Inc., H.A. Stones and Son, and Memory Lane Entertainment. Thank you and hope you continue with us for many years. I'd like next to thank our sponsors for their continued support. Hannaford, Burnett Insurance, Southern Maine Healthcare, Colin Canning and Sons, Peck's Family Acupuncture, D&R Paving, RSD Graphics, Little Ossipee Lake Campground, Bean Group, Jeremiah Mason House, Bustle and Grow, and Ossipee Lake Mortgage. I would next like to thank my wife Jill, Becky Hernandez, and Sarah Ouellette for your hours of hard work running our snack shack. They actually stayed in there for about 8 hours, serving all the food to everybody. I'd like to thank the many volunteers that helped all over the festival, taking tickets, working the snack shack, selling shirts, working security, and parking vehicles. Thank you is just not enough for what you did. I'd like to send a big thank you to my rec staff for your help, the Waterboro Fire Department, and the York County Sheriff's Office for guaranteeing everyone's safety. Finally, thank you to my fellow committee members for your many hours of dedication and endless effort to make this event a huge success. We figured this year we try to keep track. About 450 people came through the gate. So we're up 125 people from last year. So it's growing big. And next year our projection's about 600 people.
So do you have room for expansion? Do you have room for more people?
Oh, absolutely. If you look at the pictures, I think we can fit up to like 1,200 people in there.
Good.
That's going to take some doing a couple of years down the road, but as we're growing, we're learning a lot. We made a couple mistakes this year, small mistakes, and you learn every year. We're all new to it, and we're doing our best. We got no complaints. I hope you gentlemen didn't get any complaints, but everything we've heard was positive. From the food, which we handled most of the food ourselves this year. We did pulled pork. My wife did 8 pulled porks in my house a couple of nights before. We had pulled pork. We had lobster rolls. We had hamburgers, which were 100% Angus beef, all beef hot dogs. I mean, all the food that we sent out was A1. And the only food we had brought in was Flippin' Good, who brought in pizza for us. So we handled everything ourselves. Last year, the alcohol, we lost a few bucks on it. This year we broke even. And I'm predicting next year we're finally going to turn a pretty good profit. And they usually say after the third year, but I think the third year is going to be our profitable year. So the many sponsors we have, we bring in over $10,000, and it's just a wonderful thing. It's so nice to see it in our park.
So what do we typically pay a band?
The bigger ones are about $3,000.
Yeah, it's about $3,300 for the stage and lighting, and it takes every cent that we bring in.
Considering that
No.
it all comes as a package, right?
Yeah. They've the sound stage company, actually you'll see them listed as a sponsor because they cut their rate way down to work with us and figured they would grow as we grow. So there'll be a little bit more each year, but they'll never be as much as some of the other ones we checked out. So they'll always be a sponsor.
I'd just like to say thank you, and also my phone never rang, and there was not one complaint, and that's impressive. You ended the music early, which is good, very smart, but thanks to all the volunteers.
And nobody from Portland complained?
Plain.
Or Westbrook.
I know.
I've been to Westbrook a couple of times too. It's a great place, but I can't imagine people complaining there, honestly. You know?
Well, I think, well, that's a different subject, but I think the bulk of the complaints are from Portland citizens, right?
Yeah.
But it's right on the line, so.
They don't know what they got. Or maybe they don't want what they got. Some of them.
So,
Anything else, Scott?
well, Thursday we have a meeting with the radio station. We're going to try to get them maybe to do a live broadcast. And we think about advertising on radio.
So compared to, what was the other big one in York County?
Old Orchard.
right?
Old Orchard, yeah.
How many people do they draw to the ballpark?
We only kind of third-hand heard about half of what we did, so that's.
So it's a pretty, but it's also a pretty specific audience that you're trying to.
They've expanded. They've expanded to jazz and blues, which I don't know how that works for blues people, honestly, and or how jazz people appreciate blues. I'm not sure about that mix. That's
It's a downer.
Huh?
It's a downer for them.
It kind of seems, but and they stick with all local bands, which is fine. That's what they want to do. So I think the national bands draw.
So is there and I know there's multiple blues festivals around the state. Is there a connection?
Yep.
Between any of them? So how did you guys do? And this is a.
As far as that, we talked with a couple of the guys that run them. I mean, there's one in Casco, the main blues festival, and then there's one in Rockland. Those will always be just so much bigger because they have they spend $60,000 on bands, and we're spending 10, so.
Unless they want to write us a check.
That's right.
Oh, good.
A lot of them are weekend deals too. I mean,
Yeah.
those blues or music festivals, they travel.
Yeah, and the exception is
Northeast.
Casco's the exception because that's all local bands in Casco. But they have something like 6 or 8 stages outside and about a dozen clubs that are all booked with music all day. So that's always a big one. So, but I don't know I'm not sure how the money works out on that one or not. I don't really know because they do sell tickets.
Yeah, I'm just curious whether there's a developing network amongst the different concert venues that can be exploited a little bit.
There is, as far as we announce each other's, or I can't say we've announced them, but they've announced us, and they do it they won't announce national acts, so they'll say, like, I'm playing there with, Memphis Lightning next year or whatever, that type of thing. They'll announce us because we're local. And that draws people to look at York County Blues Fest, and then from there they can see who's there. So, and Old Orchard, as far as Old Orchard goes, and even Maine Blues, we just avoid stepping on each other's toes. Make sure we're on different dates.
We keep it friendly.
Good.
Well, with your blessing, August 22nd, 2020, there will be number 3. And on my desk, we're about to sign contracts with the Paul Nelson Band. And the new big band this year is Biscuit Miller and the Mix. Biscuit Miller won the 2012 and 2017 Blues Basis of the Year. They're an exciting group, and I think they'll bring in a lot of people, and should be a good time.
Good.
Hopping.
Hoppin'.
James Brown style.
Hope to see you all there next year.
All right.
Thanks for all your hard work.
Thank you.
No problem.
Ton of hours there.
Have a good night.
Just one word on this. I was a little disappointed in the lack of newspaper coverage from our so-called local paper. I looked at it every time, and there was no mention, unless you guys saw something I didn't, there was no mention of this blues festival here, but or the Friday night music sessions. But Alfred was in there every time, and I thought that was kind of a snub. But I think we might have had.
I'm not going to comment.
Yeah, I understand.
We did have a nice write-up
I didn't
in
mention any names.
was it Sunday Telegram or the Portland Press Herald? Tammy Wells.
Yeah, Tammy does a pretty decent job.
That's the Bedford Journal.
They carry her stories from the journal.
We're on the front page of that.
Yeah, that was a real nice write-up that she did. So I was getting my papers mixed up because I don't read them.
All right. Good.
Thank you.
Thanks.
All right, Mr. Lamb.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Little human resources update, that some of this is redundant from a couple of weeks ago. Angela Terrio is our new administrative assistant in the Code and Planning Office. She will start work September 16th. She comes to us from RSU 57 Transportation Office. Terry Garrity, who had been working with us part-time before, was the person chosen to fill the full-time Public Works Transfer Station driver position mostly for the new trash hauling truck. And Laura Lowe, as previously announced, was selected for the Recreation Assistant position. She started September 3rd. And all of these people are Waterboro residents, which is just doubly wonderful. If you have not received a tax bill at your home and you own property, please let us know, because you should have by now. We're very appreciative for all who have started paying their bills, which helps with our cash flow this fall. I'm pleased to say that our trash truck is performing well, and it's very busy, busier than we've been with contractors before hauling loads. Concerning our old police cruiser here at Town Hall, you'll see it parked out front with a for sale sign on it. We are going to put an ad in the paper here, but for right now, we have a for sale sign on it. We're going to be accepting sealed bids for that, asking $600 or best offer. And we've been told somewhere in the $300 to $350 for scrap metal if nobody does want it. It does need some work, and you can talk to myself or Glenn about that.
Good luck
On the 600, you mean?
on the 350.
Oh, yeah, we've been told that too.
Last week, it was just about $100 a ton, so
Oh,
you're talking a 3,000 pound gas, so.
yeah. The ladder truck, which is nothing new, has needed a lot of repairs. It's gone up very significantly since 2017, and last year it was $35,000 in repairs, up from $3,000 a couple of years prior. This year we're at $12,000, and we're really concerned about the testing for tomorrow, because there is some wear on the actual ladders when you extend them, and we're hoping that it will pass. If you drove by Town Hall today, you saw that we were digging in the dirt out here. We're putting in the gravel parking area behind the food pantry to be ready for election this fall and in the future. We think we're somewhere in the 25 to 30 space arena when we get done. There will be more room out behind the community garden, I think, for future additions there, but for right now, that's what we're going to do. Mark Bean was hired to grub out the lot. Town staff and equipment will gravel the site. We need to rent a compactor, a roller to compact the site. On October 30th from 6 to 8 p.m. in Sanford City Hall, our own town planner, Lee J. Feldman, and our own town attorney, Natalie Burns, will do a training session, and I've been to one of theirs before, and it is most excellent. Several planning board members are signed up to go, and hopefully Selectmen and ZBA members will be able to as well. It's kind of a combination of boardsmanship and legal issues. The Board of Selectmen is meeting with the school board tomorrow evening at 7 o'clock at Massabesic East. We're on the agenda to discuss whether or not a school building could be used for future presidential and gubernatorial elections. So stay tuned to see what happens on that issue. And another plea to the public for putting numbers on your house. The ambulance cannot get to your house. The fire truck might not find your house if it's on fire. And the code officer can't either at times. EMS obviously more important. If you don't have a house number up, 4-inch letters, a good contrasting color, and please have it so that you can be seen from the public way in front of your driveway or your home. We really need to do a better job in this town a lot. That's it from me. Thank you.
Okay. Any comments, questions? Let's jump into new business. The road entrance appeal board appointments. In your packet was the agenda item 9A is the actual definition of what the appeals is, which is section 7 of the ordinance. And in that, about the third sentence down, or second sentence down, it says, the road entrance appeals board shall be comprised of a member of the Board of Selectmen, a public safety committee member, and a road review committee member. So what we're looking for is an interest from Public Safety Avenue and the Road Review Avenue, who would like to be on this committee. And then I guess we'll pull pull straws on the board here to see what selectman wants to be on it. So right now, the plea is going out that we need, and it's only if there is an appeal. You may never meet, but if somebody is interested and is currently on the road review committee or public safety committee or has been on the public safety committee, would like to get reappointed to that committee, then we would
This
appoint.
public safety, we've only got one member.
Correct.
Right. So
Nancy.
if we could see if we could recruit some public safety committee members, and we'll talk about that in a bit.
Yeah, I did a typo under the public safety committee
Yeah?
in their papers. It's actually Nancy Roper.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
that's what I was wondering.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're looking for a road review committee member, and actually we need to restaff the public safety committee. I think once we get that behind us, then we'll pick this board, and if there is an appeal that comes up, then that kind of forces our hand to get it done now. So that's a plea out, and maybe we should, I guess we probably ought to generate some, put it on the Facebook and social media, and maybe in the local papers that we're looking for and targeting those committees. And again, we'll talk about that in a couple more items here. Next item was new business 9B, which is the Ossipee Lake Water Level Management Ordinance. And within that, there is also
Why don't we address that and plan on appointing somebody to those boards the second meeting in October, and try to get a hold of these three members, even if we've only got two members on that board, they could meet
Yep.
if we get something, so.
Oh, we can do that. We'll
But
schedule it for,
we probably ought to contact them three members.
so if we put it on for the
There's four
20.
members there that could go on it, and,
So if we
Should we
target,
wait to see who buys the lake first?
yeah. If, why don't we, to Wayne's point, why don't we just target the 22nd of October, which is
for an appointment.
to
I
appoint.
mean, if we need to, then we can address it before, but
All right.
put it on that agenda.
We have the same issue on the hearings for the Little Ossipee Lake Water Level Management Ordinance. And there's a section in that is section 4, hearings, subject to a matter of a hearing, persons may seek a hearing, and there is, and they can seek that hearing with a petition. But in that event, the Board of Selectmen shall appoint a board of 5 members, and I think this really gets kicked off only if there is a petition.
It's the only time you need them.
Right. So, certainly if anybody's interested in being on the, what do we call it? The 5 members of,
Ossipee Lake Hearing Board.
yeah, Ossipee Lake Hearing Board, which would deal with the water levels, I'm suspecting. They would all have to be registered residents of the town of Waterboro to serve on the hearing board, and one of those would have to be a member, active member of the Ossipee Lake Association.
If available.
Yeah, if available. If not available, then the 5 would stand. But again, this is a hearing committee that is only pulled together if in fact there is a
Petition.
complaint or petition from and it's very specific, a petition may be, let's see,
It's the DEP for the water level.
right. I
It's
mean,
already-
any municipality located downstream of the impoundment area, the Commissioner of Inland Fisheries and Wildlife, the Commissioner of the Marine Resources, Commissioner of the Department of Environmental Protection shall have the right to petition the town for
Adjudicatory.
Adjudicatory hearing. Petition may also be submitted by the lesser of at least 25% or 50 of the littoral or what?
Riparian.
Who wrote this? Property owners, and those, I think what that boils down to is those affected, right? In the event of the petition, then the Board of Selectmen shall appoint a board. So it would appear that we only appoint a board if in fact we get a petition from either of those parties. But if there is an interest, it's not a board that would meet on any kind of regular basis. It would only meet as a result of a petition.
I think you have a question, Mr. Chairman.
Question over here.
Yes, Dan?
I just wanted to let you know that I did get one call about this, and if and when this moves forward, there is one person that's interested being on it.
Okay. Yeah, and that's all we can do right now is to, you know, collect names that may be interested. All right, moving on to section 9C, new business 9C. This are the committee vacancies as of the 1st of September. So we need one person for the assessing board of review, and again, that's a board that only meets when there is someone that has requested either an abatement or an adjustment to their taxes, and if they are not happy with the assessor's decision, then they have the right to appeal to the Board of Assessing Review, and so it's a 3-person board. We have 2 on it, and we need 3. So there's 1 position available, correct?
There's one, yes.
Right. Budget Committee, we have 1 position available for a term that would expire in 2022. Cemetery Committee, I think that's fairly open, but there's 2 positions, one that would expire in 21, one that would expire in 22. I see they are out and about cleaning up cemeteries this end of the summer here. Community Garden, there's a couple positions open, one that would expire in June 30th of 2020, and one that would expire in June 30th of 2022. Conservation Commission, there are 3 positions. We are without a Conservation Commission, and we would have to appoint all 3 new members. So if anybody's interested in that. The Economic Development Committee, we have 4 openings. So in essence, we have little activity, if none, on driven by the Economic Development Committee. So anyone that's interested in economic development in the community or owns a business and would like to see expansion of opportunities within the community, please make a request to be appointed to the Economic Development Committee. And I think we have 1, which is Jim. And so rather than having him meet by himself, we would like to expand that. Fair Hearing Committee, we have 2 positions opening. It's a 3-person board. Again, it's only needed if someone is aggrieved on a decision by our General Assistance Administrator. So if they request general assistance and they're denied, they have the right to appeal to the Fair Hearing Committee. And again, committee would only meet if in fact there was an appeal. We have 2 positions available on the Library Board of Trustees that would both expire in 2022. We have 4 positions on the Public Safety Committee. Again, this was a fairly active committee a number of years ago. It's kind of dropped off here. We have one member. There are four that with varying, two that would expire in 2020, one that expired in 2021, and one that expired in 2022. Road Review Committee, there's a little more, we have a few more folks on that, but have two openings. One for 2020 expiration date and one for 2022. Saco River Quarter Commission. We have no one now, right? So if anybody's interested, Saco River Quarter Commission, years ago, the Quarter Commissions, River Quarter Commissions had a lot of weight in the state. I think Saco River is one of the few remaining, if not the only one remaining.
They meet in Cornish most
They
of
meet
the
in
time.
Cornish, that's where everything is, but they have an influence on all of the tributaries of the Saco River Quarter, which Lake Arrowhead is, Ossipee Lake is, the Little Ossipee River. So if anybody has an interest in working with that commission, I think they just they have agendas. It's like a planning board. They get requests to do various things, and they meet. So we actually have there's one position and an alternate position. So if anybody's interested in doing that, I think Sean Shoemaker was the last rep, right? Saco River Community TV Board of Directors. We have a member. We're just looking for an alternate. So if anybody's interested in that, and Saco River Community TV is one up on the Plains Road in Hollis. They're the ones that spool all of the video for us and whatnot. So we do have they have a committee or a board of directors. We have a member on that, but we could use an alternate. And then the Transfer Station Recycling Committee, two openings. Would really like to revitalize that going forward, because I think there's probably a lot of discussion that can take place on what we are recycling and how, in fact, the transfer station, and it is there used to be two committees, Transfer Station Committee and the Recycling Committee. Those have been combined, so anybody that has an interest in recycling within the community or the operations at the transfer station, give us a holler on that. So we will get, I think we need to publish some sort of interest thing, whether it's in the local papers or we can put it up on the social media pages to see if we can start to fill some of these committees up. Anybody want to add anything? We do have
There are some interesting committees if somebody's
Right.
got the time to meet once a month or twice a month, but.
and there are a handful of these committees that we have committed to provide a stipend to over the course of the year, but we'll identify that as time goes on. But
And some of these committees, we just need a body because we may not, if you met once a year, it's gonna be probably a workshop, but
yeah, I mean,
we need a body because some of these, if we haven't got this committee formed, then it goes to the court system, which we don't need. We need to have a review board here to stop that from.
and I believe there's two, that the Assessing Board of Review is one, and the Fair Hearing Committee is another one.
Yeah.
If the town doesn't have an active committee or a committee, then they can go directly to Superior Court with that and request the judge to make a decision.
That incurs some cost for the town because our town attorney has to
Right,
represent us there.
Okay, in fact, I think the Board of Assessing Review, it might go to the county commissioners first. Are they still
After here, I
involved?
think it still goes to them.
Yeah. Oh, no, I think if you have a assessing board of review, it goes from the assessing board of review to the courts.
Yes,
It bypasses the
county
commissioners.
commissioner.
But that could have changed, this is from years ago. All right, anything else, anyone? If not, we're gonna talk a little bit about the status of tomorrow night's meeting. We are on the agenda. I would hope that when we get there tomorrow night, we're not 23rd on the list to speak. The meeting starts at 7. It would appear that there is an opportunity for them to make adjustments to the agenda. Maybe they would move us forward. Right now, we're on agenda item J2. So that's like third from the last on the meeting. So we do have a number of items that we put together. We've sent those to not only staff at RSU 57, but also the board members. I think everybody has pretty much a copy of that. We've condensed it really down to a 2-page presentation. Even that, it's fairly wordy, but it addresses what we've done since our last vote that we've used Massabesic East on. Kind of addresses the security issues with kids in the school, and then the conclusions and the bottom line, just so that everybody knows, is we're asking for 1 day every 2 years. So we're only asking for the November election of 2020, which will be a presidential, and then the next one would be 2022, which would be a gubernatorial election, and the one after that would be 2024, which would be back to a presidential election. Those are the ones that, you know, we've got 1,800, 2,000 voters trying to squeeze through this town office, and we just cannot manage that with the current facility that we have. So the other ones, we will continue to utilize this facility, and goes back to Gary's point earlier in the movement out here. We're trying to add some additional parking spots for so we can get cars off the road that happen to be here while people are voting. So, but we need one of the schools, whether it's Massabesic East. We've talked a little bit about the middle school again, and I think there's been reference made about going back to the elementary school. So I'm not sure, but that will be the request from the board to the school board tomorrow night. So, anybody want to add anything?
I had a question, how many folks are planning on attending? Great, thank you, that's good.
All right. We have no old business this evening. Other business, item
Mr.
11,
Chairman?
discuss the vote to approve the minutes. Oh, I'm sorry.
Just might be a good segue in on the voting thing, to mention, to keep it, you know, people thinking about it, that currently there is a committee that's working on the possible community center. With one of the uses of that, it would be a polling place, and that would make all the school issues moot, but that's still going to be a few years off, even if it does take off, because there's going to be significant fundraising that's got to go on before they'll even break ground on it, assuming that it passes the litmus test by the voters. But we are diligently working forward on that right now, so if people have any suggestions or whatever, comments, they're certainly welcome to come to the meetings. They're open to the public. We'd be more than happy to hear the thoughts, of everybody on it.
Yeah, I think there's really two major issues. I mean, you can have a voting place anywhere, but the restrictions on the bottlenecks become, because our hall next door can only fit 51 people in. That is the requirement. That is the fire marshal's requirement. So if you get it full, two people leave, you can let two more people back in. That becomes a real bottleneck. And even if we add more voting machines, we're really restricting the people flow in that room. And the other one is parking. We're trying to avoid people parking up and down Townhouse Road here and walking a half a mile to get to the polls. So, this is not like it was in 1980 when, you had 1,500 voters or something of that nature registered, and if you got half of them out for a gubernatorial or presidential election, you were lucky. So, and one of the other things is we will continue to drive absentee voting. We will, I guess ahead of these elections, we will, do everything we can to attract people to vote early. I guess it's not absentee anymore, it's voting early.
Technically
right?
it is. You still seal it up and nobody opens it for many days.
So that will be our discussion with the RSU 57 Board of Directors tomorrow night. So, anything else on that subject? All right. Let's jump to 11A. Discuss vote to approve the minutes of the August 27th meeting.
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor? Pending decisions and a week's action list. I think we've got items for next, the 24th meeting. We have tentatively have an executive session for 5:45. The library board of trustee candidate. We'll have a municipal quitclaim deed to sign. And we will set the public hearing dates for the November 5th election. So the public, the dates will be established at the next meeting, and they have to be, the public hearing has to be run before the 25th. Okay, so
Of October.
of October, right? So we're a month out, so we'll set that up at the next meeting. And the next meetings would be, let's see, the next meeting is the 24th, and then we've got the 8th and the 22nd of October. So.
Could I ask a question?
Sure.
When do the absentee ballots start going on?
Well, they go out right after the October 25th, right?
They're, I think, 30 days prior. Oh, yeah. It's a 30 days prior.
Because we kind of ran into this last year where we were having public hearings on the budget and the ballots that were already available.
Yeah.
It's like that should be our deadline for public hearings.
Not that we can't have another one, but
Well,
Or you could have
we
but your
should
first
have at
one
least the
Yeah,
first one.
we can have a
before
public
they-
hearing on the 24th. correct?
before the ballots go out.
If you wanna add it, set it tonight.
Yeah, I would say that we should do that. Have the first public hearing on the 24th,
Yeah.
right?
The second one.
Right, then we can have one on the 8th of October, right?
Absentee voting starts Monday, October 7th.
Okay, so if we have one on the public hearing on the 24th, we could follow that up with one on the 8th, we'd miss a day of voting, right? So I would think that we would have 2 public hearings would be sufficient, right?
Yes.
All right, so
Next one's probably the most important.
everybody gotta get a thumbs up for public hearing next,
24th.
the 24th at 6 o'clock? Anything else on the agenda?
I've got a staircase chairlift that I have acquired, and if anybody out there that can use it, it's been used less than a year, I will drop it off in somebody's yard, because I sell it, because I hate to see something that valuable be sent for junk, and I'm cleaning out a homestead that has got it, so if
Talk to
anybody.
Lions?
I have not, but
They might-
if anybody out there that's listening could use it, please contact me, because in the next couple of weeks, I've got this man on it, and it's not a big deal to get it
Okay.
over doable.
If anybody's interested in Dwayne's chairlift, give him a holler. If nothing else, I'd entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor? Opposed?
6:50.
Thank you, and good night.